telling me Mormons got an extra book and Catholics do that? It's simple. Christians, we be making it too hard for people to come and be involved in this.
Been following my channel and the videos that I have made about Kanye West, then you already know that I have been desperately trying to warn people of the deception that is taking place here, and how Kanye is a wolf in sheep's clothing who is helping to spread a watered down, lukewarm, false version of the gospel. If this doesn't prove it, if him teaming up with Joel Osteen, one of the biggest heretics in the history of the human race, then I don't know what will. If this doesn't convince you that there is a bigger agenda at play here, then I don't think anything will, because this is absolute proof. This is 100% proof that this guy is not legit, because Joel Osteen would not allow a true Bible-believing Christian within 10 feet of his pulpit. But it says here from the article from TMZ that Kanye West may have his biggest audience yet for a Sunday service, because we have learned he's agreed to take the stage for Joel Osteen's incredibly popular Sunday ritual. Their words, not mine. Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ that Ye and Joel have been talking fairly regularly recently, and they have become friends, especially since Kanye has doubled down in his devotion to God. And this is another common argument I've got from people who will try to say that Kanye is a baby Christian and that we should wait to see what happens. But Kanye is the furthest thing from a baby Christian. He has been talking about Jesus his entire career. So yeah, that point is not valid. Osteen has appeared countless times with Oprah, who is yet another one who pretends to be a Christian in order to get lukewarm believers out there to be led astray by these false feel-good teachings. I mean, he also has this blasphemous idea of I am. He wrote a book called The Power of I Am, and we know that God refers to himself as the almighty I am, the great I am, and God is the only one who is the I am. But then Joel takes it and preaches a new age gospel with it. The false new age gospel that is being spread throughout the world right now, that's what Joel Osteen is preaching with this message of I am. And he's doing it in a very blasphemous way by turning this idea of I am into the power of attraction. It's obviously the new age wrapped up in a new package, which is, ancient Babylonian mysticism, it's black magic, it's witchcraft, and he goes around pretending to be a Christian so that unwitting Christians will follow suit, and rather than follow the teachings of Jesus directly from the Bible, they choose to have false teachers lead their way for them because they love the things of this world. They want to hear these, positive so-called messages that will bring them health and wealth in this life, rather than what Jesus taught, which was to put your treasure in heaven, and your earthly treasures are meaningless because they all turn to dust and get eaten by moths anyway.
Last year I made $115 million and still ended up $35 million in debt. This year, I looked up and I just got $68 million returned to me on my tax returns. And people say, oh, don't talk about these numbers. No, people need to hear someone that have been put into debt by the system talk about these kind of numbers now that they're in service to Christ.
So you think your awakening, your spiritual awakening, is part of
my success? Absolutely.
Kanye is another one of these people who are, preaching this new age gospel. He went on stage recently. I did another video about this where he said, I don't want to hear about the Mormons having an extra book or how the Catholics do this and that. We all have the same gospel, and that's all that really matters. So don't worry about it. I mean, how much more clear can it get at this point? Joel Osteen would never allow Kanye West in his church if he wasn't preaching the same false gospel has Joel Osteen. This goes to show you how easy it is for the Antichrist to be able to lead people astray. All he's gonna have to do is go onto the world stage, be propped up by the Hollywood system, by the satanic elite mainstream media, and maybe he'll even release a couple of cool hip-hop albums, and people are just gonna fall over worshiping him and just say, oh no, you should just pray for him, just pray for the Antichrist. I mean, he's not gonna come out and say, I am the Antichrist. It's gonna be a deception much like this is, but even better and even more convincing. And you're gonna have the lukewarm Christians out there just saying, oh, we should not judge him, just pray for him, don't worry about it. So yeah, that's not how I do things here. I know what the Bible says. I know we are supposed to call these false teachers out, and we are supposed to warn people of the deception that is taking place. So that's what I'm trying to do here. Hate me or love me for it. I mean, there's your proof. The proof is in the pudding. It could not get any more obvious than this.
And then it'd be pastors that want to talk about oh, T.D. Jakes said this, he ain't say he wasn't pure to the Bible, but then they can't tell you a black pastor that they like, though. It's a divide in Christianity. That's what I've seen since I've been saved for like 6 months. I'm an early convert. I'm just on stage like Taylor Swift. I ain't no video. You know, I'm yay.